Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this will be for the week of July 15th through the 21st, 2024. So let's dive into it. You have loneliness coming out as your first card here, Aquarius, and it says, when you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude. And that is when kindred spirits can finally come. So this is actually a positive card. This card, personal story here, changed my life. Okay, this card was the reason why I was able to release and let go of so many people who made me feel lonely in their presence. So many environments that made me feel lonely. So many relationship dynamics that made me feel lonely or yearning or longing, you know. This card single-handedly allowed me to release a toxic friend group. The concept of constantly getting into situationships. It allowed me to release relationships where the other person just, I don't know, had something about them that made me feel like I was alone in the relationship. Those types of things, I feel, Aquarius, you are letting go of. You are releasing, and you're also, I'm getting like a thought bubble sort of emerging in your mind of like, how can I be a better friend? How have I maybe not been as receptive to friendship as I thought I was in the past? A lot of you may be even thinking like, you know, did I ask my friends, the relationships, people in my life, questions about themselves? Did I make space for them? Did I schedule meetups with them? Did I pour into this friendship, this relationship as much as I could have? You know, a lot of you may be thinking those thoughts at this time and just reflecting on your social life, which apparently is the theme for the air signs this week, because Gemini and Libra's readings were both very socializing type of heavy energy. Not like heavy energy, but like their week was all about like reflecting on these things. So you have the thinking woman. Speaking of reflection, okay, Aquarius, I'm also seeing a lot of reading coming through that just popped in my mind. Some of you may be like balls deep in like a really great series that you can't put down, or like learning some sort of new, like I'm seeing hyperfixation energy. Okay, I have ADHD. I get hyperfixations. Like sometimes there's songs that I have to listen to on repeat like a million times, or like the other day, for example, I was reading a book and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I read like 400 pages and it's only 11 p.m. And then like 15 minutes later, I finally get up because I finally listened to my bladder, which was telling me I had to pee, and it was already 2 a.m. And I'm like, oh, I messed up. So yeah, I'm seeing a hyperfixation type of energy for you where it's like you're becoming obsessed with something and you spent a lot of time doing that this week in a positive way. Okay, let's see what else. We have the new moon eclipse energy coming out for you. Expect powerful change. Oh my gosh. Aquarius, this is going to be an intense week because you have eclipse energy coming out. So we definitely need to clarify here with some tarot cards to see where this positive or powerful change is going to come through. And I'm going to select 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 from the Cozy Witch Tarot. So let's dive into it. First card out for you is the 3 of Cups in reverse. Wow. Yeah, and with that loneliness card, you know, when this comes out in reverse, it to me again is like feeling left out of certain groups or relationships, like feeling like you're almost invisible to them, and you're making the decision, you know what, I'd rather be alone, or I'd rather seek out other people than stay here. It says come together with your coven. But yeah, when this is in reverse, it's like, you know, there even could be like new people in the mix in your relationship or your friend group that you're like, I don't want that person here, or like, oh, you're talking to these people, I don't like, you know, and it changes your personal relationships and friendships. Like, oh, you're associated with that person, it changes how I view you. You know, I was just talking about this with a friend the other day where we were basically saying like your perception of people changes based off of who they consider their friends. You know, there is this very respectable person that we used to be friends with, that we loved hanging out with, and then, you know, they started being friends with somebody who was accused of rape and abuse and all this awful stuff. And then that beloved, respected person we were friends with still was their friend and still kept them around. And that changes how I view you. It's like, I don't respect you anymore. I don't want to be your friend anymore because of who you're associating with. And so some of you may be having this sort of dynamic in your life where it's like you're associating with the wrong people, and it's changing how much I respect you. It's changing the way that I am viewing you. And you're feeling guided to just go off and do your own thing. And, you know, being alone is better than being in connections that make you feel lonely. Honestly, the loneliest I've been in my life, it was never when I had a lot of alone time. It was always when I was around the wrong people. You know, when I have a ton of alone time for myself, I honestly don't feel lonely. I read, I film videos, I do all this fun stuff. I can honestly spend like a month by myself and I'd be fine. But when I'm around like the wrong people, when I'm in situationships or like weird dynamics that I don't 100% intuitively feel like is good and right, that's when the loneliness starts kicking in. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you are starting to have some thoughts about that. We have the Four of Cups in reverse coming right after that, which is a natural progression going from 3 to 4 of Cups. And this one says, try not to be so picky, okay? And I don't know why. This is, to me, like, you see how it's like a woman who's clearly like bullying this barista into making her coffee a million times? You know, we've all met this type of person before. We've all seen this type of person before. I don't know why I'm seeing this as somebody else in your life. Somebody whose behavior is like that, or starting to be like that, or they're like really heavily tolerating someone else who's like that. And again, 4 for 4 on the clock. You're just like not into it, you know? You're not into it. And I'm also getting this sort of yearning of like, man, like I just want great friends who inspire me. I just want a passionate relationship with somebody who ravishes me, who are like obsessed with each other in a healthy way. You know, I'm seeing this sort of yearning coming from you, and it may even be coming through in your dreams at night. And yeah, I see you sort of gently making transitions to release and let go of any of the people or circumstances that make you feel that loneliness and lack of respect towards them, and making a transition to like put yourself into these newer environments or around new people who don't give you these feelings of yearning or like wanting something different. You know, we have, oh my gosh, the 2 of Cups in reverse. So many cups in reverse. Yeah, this is a separation, guys. This is an ending of a relationship or a friendship that is not, you just don't like them. You just don't like them anymore. I don't know what else to say. And this says some people are like the pumpkin to your spice. Yeah, that's where that yearning is. Like a lot of you, if you're single especially, I'm seeing a lot of Aquarius energy people who are like, you know what? I'm starting to crave being in a relationship, crave falling in love again, crave that feeling again. And if any of you are in a relationship or surrounded by a ton of people, I'm definitely seeing you're at the point in your journey where there's certain individuals where you're just like, man, I feel alone with them. I feel unseen with them. Or I feel like I just don't like them, period. Like I don't like how they operate, period. And yeah, you're definitely like releasing that, letting that go at this time. Second row of cards out, Knight of Cups in reverse. Oh my gosh. All of your cards so far are cups in reverse. You know, pouring out your cup of love for someone. You're just releasing it, letting it go. And this in particular, when it's in reverse, can show somebody who is not emotionally mature or ready to really open up to a really good, healthy, long-term, stable friendship or relationship. Okay, and this says, romanticize the present moment every chance you get. Yeah, you're wanting that romance. You're wanting that. Even like in your friendships, like wanting people who you really feel comfortable with, who you can dress up with and feel beautiful with, and just you love them. I feel a yearning for that. With the new moon eclipse coming out, let me tell you, eclipse energy is very intense. So many breakups happen during the eclipse, guys. Not going to be surprised if a lot of Aquarius energy people get into breakups or friendship separations or something like that this week. Not going to lie. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups. Wow, literally all cups. I wonder what the last card. Watch, the last card isn't a cup. We'll see. I don't want to jinx it. Anyways, this is you really like just being happy, being content with yourself. This is also somebody who is emotionally mature, who is ready for what you want. They're out there, or they're already in your life. And, you know, when you release and when you let go of the people who make you feel lonely, the people who you don't like, who aren't working for you, you can give more time to these queens of cups, queens and kings of cups, people who are really wanting something like a serious friendship, a serious relationship, something ravishing and wonderful. You know, you can give them more attention, more energy, and pour more into that once you shut those other doors. It says honoring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. Yes. And then final card out, Page of Cups. Oh my God, I've never had such a thing happen. All of your cards this week are cups, emotions. Wow. And Page of Cups is new love. Yes, a new start. Wow, all of the air signs this week are just very love-oriented, very social-oriented. New love, new social contacts coming in. I absolutely love it. And of course, this is a wonderful week to be creative as well. Transmute some of the pain of loneliness or of heartbreak ending into creative projects for sure, because this water cups energy also is creativity. It also is spiritual connection. So those things are really high this week. Creative enjoyment, both consumption and output. So you may be enjoying creative consumption via like reading books, watching TV, going to art museums, concerts, things like that, but also output by like creating those things yourself, making music, making art, sewing your own clothes, you know, designing your home, whatever it may be, creating a business. Like creative input and output, very, very high for you this week. And emotional input and output, very, very high for you this week. Purging away the emotions, the people who just don't make you feel good about yourself, releasing that, letting it go, and welcoming in those who do. Very beautiful. Let yourself be continuously surprised by this thing called life. Wonderful. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs this week, and like this video, comment how it resonated down below, subscribe if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.